Alright guys, so I'm getting a late start to my day today. So I just got off the phone with AUTOBIDMASTER about a vehicle that I purchased. So it turns out they're having a hard time finding a driver, which is apparently now my problem. So I'm incurring storage fees because I paid everything immediately. But yeah, unfortunately, they're waiting to find a driver, so they're just going to keep charging me storage fees at the Copart lot until they can find a driver, because they won't let me pick it up myself, even though I've got my license and a trailer and a truck and everything. But that's besides the point. So instead today I'm going to go ahead and cut down some more tree, work on my GMC, my 2500. The windows have some minor scratches and stuff in it that I want to get rid of. So we're going to go ahead and go hit that up. But first, coffee time. Computer, turn on the espresso machine. Computer, espresso machine off. So we just got good news from Romulus here. So we thought that he had hip dysplasia or a torn CCL on his back right leg, but as it turns out, he was just going through some growing pains and he's just a big baby. Huh. So no surgery was required. Alright, let's go ahead and take our coffee and go outside, and we're going to go ahead and start chopping down some tree. So, don't mind the messy ass garage. So, went ahead and started cutting down some of this tree yesterday with my electric chainsaw, and the batteries died. So, we got through a fair bit of it. But we're going to go ahead and just finish cutting this down and get some of this out of here. And hopefully one of these days this whole tree will be gone. And then all this sand will get turned into a grass yard for my kids to play in. The wife's home. Alright guys, it's a small change of plans. Apparently yesterday when I was done with the chainsaw, we forgot to plug in the batteries. So I'm going to go ahead and start charging these. And then I'll go ahead and start working on the windows on the truck. Alright guys, so the other day I pulled the, or yesterday actually, I pulled the tint off this window. And I decided to leave the glue on there because I thought the scratches were on the tint. But as it turns out they weren't. They're actually on the glass on the outside, so I'm going to go ahead and buff those out. As you can tell, I started buffing most of them out as a test yesterday. But so I was trying to find something that worked really good to get the glue off, and I've got a bunch of multi-purpose cleaners and other stuff, but I actually found something that seems to work really well. I had a bunch of these cans of this Fast Wax GP3 multi-purpose cleaner, which is actually a fairly decent cleaner. They've also got like their Fast Wax and their window cleaner. And funny story how I have so much of this stuff. I was actually coming back. I had just gotten done with my first 3-year deployment over in Japan. And I was driving from Arizona, where I picked up my Tundra, and I was driving up to my new duty station up in Washington. And I stopped at a random gas station. I think it was in the middle of nowhere. And there was some kid out there who had just gotten out of the Navy as well. He'd done his 4 years and got out. But he was selling this stuff, but it was like 9 o'clock at night or 10 o'clock at night. So it was pitch dark, middle of nowhere at a gas station. And he's trying to sell this stuff. So, you know, I asked him, you know, when, you know, how long are you guys going to be out here, sort of deal. And he said, you know, he has to basically sell all of these. And he had a case, actually had 2 cases. So I had all my deployment money saved up, so I actually bought 2 full cases of stuff from some kid at a gas station in the middle of nowhere. I give them out to friends and stuff like that. You know, they've got the glass cleaner, the tire shine, stuff like that. But this stuff, yeah, that works really well to take off the glue. So all you do is you just spray it on there and start hitting it with your razor blade at a 90 degree, and as it peels it up, it captures it in the foam and keeps it from sticking back to the window. It works really well. So interesting story there. So I'm sure there's a better glue remover that actually works better for this, but as you can tell, I mean, it's pulling the glue right up and it's keeping it, and it's working well. So I don't know if I'm going to pull the tint on off on the rest of it, since it's not actually damaged tint. I may just end up retinting this window, but as you can tell, I've got this issue right here going on where it's hard to see in the sunlight, but it's got like all these really fine scratches, and it's really fogs up the window, especially with the tint at night. It's really hard to see out the windows, but hit it with a buffer last night is kind of a quick little test, and it seemed to pull it out, but it was pretty dark. So I might end up hitting it with some heavier compound and just doing a full 3-stage on it. But this was just done with some quick single stage, which I'll show you guys as soon as I'm done getting the glue off of that window. So I don't know if this is going to really pick up all that well, but I took the tint off of this window here, but you can still see, like up here, how it's hazier. I still got glue all over me. Down here, let's go over to the passenger side, but you'll see it up here too. So I've hit both of these windows this as little test pieces. This one only in the center to kind of show how bad it really was, but truck needs a wash anyways. But I don't know if you can see it. Of course I didn't unlock this side, but it's just really hazy. It's got a lot of scratches. I don't know if it's showing up at all on camera. But so what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and set you guys up on a tripod, and then I'm going to go ahead and grab out the buffer. And oddly enough, this single stage speed was actually working really well yesterday. So we'll hit it with the single stage speed. If that doesn't work, then we will go ahead and throw out the heavier compound. This is the Car Guys, was this optical grade finish or something like that? Yeah, optical grade final polish. So this is the final 38, 34. Oh, didn't need that anyways. So here we go. This is the heavy compound at 32. This stuff works really well too. I actually want to get the bigger bottles of this. It's really good for cars when you're doing a full multi-stage process. But this 3D speed, I actually been really liking this. As just single stage, it takes a lot of the really light swirl marks and stuff out real quick. So let me get you guys set up, and then we'll go ahead and hit that window. So first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and glove up, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit this window with some Adams glass cleaner with the Adams glass cleaning cloth, just to get all the particulates and stuff off. I'm not overly concerned about it being clean. It's not paint, so it's not going to be scratched quite as easily. So let's go ahead and get the dirt off here. So now that is clean and dry, yeah, mostly dry, we're going to go ahead and, like I said, we'll just use the single stage stuff. We'll hit the bulk of it, and then we'll try to go around as close as we can to the edges. Then I'll roll the window down and hit that rim as well. But yeah, hopefully we'll get most of this out. So I think I am actually pretty happy with this. I'd say it's about 85%. Again, there's still these really deep scratches, which could be in the glass, could be in the window tint itself. It looks like glass, but without replacing the whole window or just spending hours trying to buff those out, it's just really not worth it. I can see out of the windows again. Got another jet flying by. So I think that's good. So I'm gonna hit this one up and finish off the other side, and I think I'm good on the windows. And then I can actually start hitting up some of that stuff there. Quick, I've got these really deep scratches. I mean, they go all along the car, or truck, I should say. But there's these really bad ones right here on the A-pillars. So just to test, see how good the 3D speed all-in-one is, I'm actually going to go ahead and just try hitting just these. I just hit this with some waterless wash. Got it all up there, so I'm going to go ahead and clay bar this real quick, and we'll go ahead and try hitting it with the polish. Just as close up. So I'm going to mainly be trying to get rid of this one, which is really deep. I don't know if I'll get it out, but you can see that there's just all these scratches. Of course, daylight's not helping me here. Yeah, I mean, this helps my eyes, but it doesn't really help the camera. But yeah, there's just a ton of scratches. So let's go ahead and hit this with the single stage, see what happens. All right, now let's take a look, see what we got here. Oh, look at that, I can see myself again. All right. So, there's still right, oh man, it's hard to find now. All right, so right here, there's still this really deep one, but it's so hard to see now. Man, it's, I don't know if I can even get it on camera. But there's still a little one there. And these, good majority of these all came out. There's still some small ones right there. But yeah. So when I go to actually do the whole vehicle, I'll do it with the multi-stage. But just to show you how good that 3D speed stuff is, I mean, look, you can now see all the reflections. You can see the light pole right there. So, for some cheap Amazon purchased stuff, that 3D speed actually works really well. So, but all right, so this side's done. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the other side. So, the windows for the most part are done. I still want to hit the outside of this one real quick. This one's looking really good now. I might hit it up a little bit more later, but we're gonna go pick up my daughter from school and do some shopping. Still one of my favorite stores. Alright. So now we got some engine degreaser, some more grills to wash my microfiber cloths, and some clear coat because we're going to fix some of the car, which is also dirty as shit. So the day got a lot shorter than anticipated. Yeah, I had to go cook food for the family and everything, did some shopping. So Unfortunately, I still haven't heard anything back from AUTOBIDMASTER. They haven't even placed an order for the shipping yet, so it looks like they're just going to continue to charge me for storage at the Copart lot. Hopefully we'll hear something tomorrow. I mean, the car's only an hour away, but they won't let me pick up my own car. So even though technically it's already bought and paid for, but hopefully it'll be in tomorrow, and then we can start going through that. But until then, yeah, I didn't get to cutting down the tree like I'd planned today, but the windows on the truck look good, so maybe we'll go through and buff out the rest of the GMC. Maybe not tomorrow, but maybe this weekend we'll get to it. Other than that, yeah, there's still got to get to the 260Z project. That's going to be after this next vehicle project that's supposed to be showing up. As soon as I get that taken care of, we'll do it. I got to go into work for a little bit tomorrow, so I got to go shave, unfortunately. Downsides of being in the military. But thank you all very much for watching, and I guess I'll see you tomorrow.